Hey guys, tonight we begin with something truly extraordinary. A pharaoh so obsessed with perfection that he built not one, not two, but three massive pyramids, including one that was literally built inside another pyramid. We're diving into the story of Sneferu, the forgotten pharaoh whose engineering disasters and triumphs paved the way for the Great Pyramid of Giza. Forget everything you think you know about pyramid construction. The truth is, the ancient Egyptians failed spectacularly before they succeeded, and those failures nearly brought down an entire dynasty. So before we cross into the ancient world, take a moment to like this video, but only if you truly enjoy what I do here, and subscribe if you'd like to join me on more journeys through history. Leave a comment telling me where you're tuning in tonight, and what time zone is keeping you company. There's something beautiful about how these voices from antiquity unite us across time and distance. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. Congratulations, you've just woken up in the year 2613 BCE, and you're standing in the shadow of a pyramid that's bending in half before your very eyes, watching as the greatest engineering disaster in human history unfolds in slow motion. The pharaoh Sneferu stands beside you, his face a mask of horror and determination as he watches 20 years of work and the wealth of an empire literally cracking apart. But this is not the end of his story, it's the beginning of the most ambitious construction project in human history, a project that will see him build 3 complete pyramids and revolutionize engineering forever. Sneferu was the first pharaoh of the 4th dynasty, the father of Khufu who would build the Great Pyramid, and arguably the most important figure in the history of pyramid construction. But his path to greatness was paved with failures so spectacular that they nearly destroyed the Egyptian economy and brought the old kingdom to its knees. When Sneferu came to power around 2613 BCE, Egypt was already a sophisticated civilization, with over 500 years of pyramid building experience. The step pyramid of Giza had been standing for nearly a century, and the Egyptians had built several other pyramids with varying degrees of success. Sneferu inherited a kingdom that was wealthy, stable, and confident in its engineering abilities. He also inherited an obsession with perfection that would drive him to attempt the impossible. The first pyramid Sneferu built was at Meidum, about 60 miles south of modern Cairo. This pyramid began as a traditional step pyramid, similar to Giza's monument at Saqqara, but Sneferu wasn't satisfied with following tradition. He wanted something grander, something that would surpass all previous achievements, and establish his reign as the greatest in Egyptian history. The Meidum pyramid was originally built as a 7-step pyramid, but during construction, Sneferu ordered it to be expanded to 8 steps. Then, in a decision that would have catastrophic consequences, he ordered the steps to be filled in and covered with smooth limestone casing to create the first true pyramid in history. This was an engineering challenge that had never been attempted before, and the Egyptian architects were working without any precedent or experience to guide them. The construction of the Meidum pyramid required innovations in engineering, mathematics and logistics that pushed the limits of ancient technology. The builders had to calculate precise angles, manage enormous weights, and coordinate the work of thousands of laborers across a construction site that covered several acres. They had to quarry, transport and position over 2 million tons of stone with nothing but human muscle, wooden levers, and copper tools. For nearly 20 years the work proceeded according to plan. The pyramid rose steadily toward the sky, its smooth sides gleaming white in the desert sun. Sneferu's architects and engineers were confident that they had solved the technical challenges of true pyramid construction, and that their monument would stand for eternity as a testament to Egyptian engineering prowess. But they had made a fundamental miscalculation. The weight of the smooth limestone casing, combined with the internal pressure from the filled-in steps, created stresses that the original step pyramid structure couldn't handle. The foundation, which had been designed to support a step pyramid, was inadequate for the much heavier true pyramid that Sneferu had ordered. The first signs of trouble appeared as hairline cracks in the casing stones. The pyramid's architects initially dismissed these as minor settling issues that would stabilize over time, but the cracks continued to grow, spreading through the limestone casing like a spiderweb of structural failure. The pyramid was literally tearing itself apart under its own weight. The collapse, when it came, was sudden and catastrophic. Entire sections of the pyramid's outer casing broke away and crashed to the ground, leaving behind a stepped core that looked like a broken tooth against the desert sky. The sound of the collapse could be heard for miles, and the dust cloud it created darkened the sky for hours. The failure of the Meidum pyramid was more than just an engineering disaster. It was a crisis that threatened the very foundations of pharaonic authority. The pyramid was supposed to be Sneferu's eternal resting place, the monument that would ensure his successful journey to the afterlife and his continued reign in the world of the dead. Its collapse suggested that the gods had withdrawn their favor from the pharaoh, calling into question his divine authority and his right to rule. The economic impact of the Meidum pyramid's failure was equally devastating. The construction had consumed enormous resources over 2 decades, draining the royal treasury and requiring the labor of thousands of workers who could have been employed in other productive activities. The collapse meant that all of this investment was lost, leaving Egypt poorer and weaker than it had been when Sneferu came to power. But Sneferu was not a man to be defeated by failure. Instead of abandoning his pyramid-building ambitions, he doubled down on them, ordering the construction of a second pyramid at a site called Dashur, about 25 miles south of modern Cairo. This time he was determined to learn from the mistakes of Meidum and create a pyramid that would truly stand for eternity. The second pyramid, which would later be known as the Bent Pyramid, was designed from the ground up as a true pyramid. The architects incorporated lessons learned from the Meidum disaster, using a more robust foundation and a more conservative approach to the internal structure. They also chose a steeper angle for the pyramid's sides, believing that this would create a more stable and impressive monument. Construction of the Bent Pyramid began around 2600 BCE, just a few years after the collapse at Meidum. The builders were more cautious this time, taking extra care with the foundation and using higher quality materials throughout the construction. The pyramid rose steadily toward the sky, its red limestone casing gleaming in the desert sun. But once again, Sneferu's ambitions exceeded the capabilities of ancient engineering. The steep angle chosen for the pyramid's sides created enormous internal pressures that the structure couldn't handle. About halfway through construction, the builders began to notice the same ominous signs that had preceded the Meidum collapse. Cracks in the casing stones, settling in the foundation, and subtle but unmistakable signs of structural stress. Faced with the prospect of another catastrophic failure, Sneferu's architects made a desperate decision. Rather than abandon the pyramid or attempt to reinforce the existing structure, they changed the angle of the pyramid's sides partway through construction. The upper portion of the pyramid was built at a much shallower angle than the lower portion, creating the distinctive bent appearance that gives the pyramid its modern name. This solution prevented a complete collapse, but it created a pyramid that was unlike anything that had ever been built before. The Bent Pyramid looked exactly like what it was, a monument to engineering compromise and the limits of ancient technology. While it was structurally sound, it was also a visible reminder of Egyptian fallibility and the challenges of pushing the boundaries of what was possible. The Bent Pyramid also revealed another problem with Sneferu's pyramid building program. The internal chambers were poorly designed and difficult to access. The pyramid contained 2 separate burial chambers, connected by a complex system of passages that were so narrow and steep that they were almost impossible to navigate. The chambers themselves were cramped and poorly ventilated, making them unsuitable for the elaborate burial ceremonies that were central to pharaonic religion. Sneferu was faced with a dilemma. He had now built 2 pyramids, neither of which was suitable for his burial. The Meidum pyramid was a ruin, and the Bent Pyramid was a structural compromise that didn't meet his standards for a royal tomb. He could have settled for one of these imperfect monuments, but his obsession with perfection wouldn't allow him to accept anything less than the ideal pyramid. So Sneferu made a decision that was unprecedented in the history of pyramid construction. He ordered the building of a 3rd pyramid. This pyramid, which would be known as the Red Pyramid, would incorporate all the lessons learned from the previous failures, and would finally achieve the perfect balance of size, stability, and grandeur that Sneferu had been seeking. The Red Pyramid was built at the same Dashur site as the Bent Pyramid, just a few hundred yards away. The proximity of the 2 monuments created a surreal landscape where success and failure stood side by side, a constant reminder of the challenges and triumphs of ancient engineering. The architects of the Red Pyramid took a much more conservative approach to the design. They chose a shallow angle for the pyramid's sides, similar to the upper portion of the Bent Pyramid, which reduced the internal stresses and made the structure much more stable. They also simplified the internal chamber system, creating a single burial chamber that was larger, more accessible, and better ventilated than anything in the previous pyramids. The construction of the Red Pyramid was a masterpiece of ancient engineering and project management. The builders had learned from their previous mistakes and developed new techniques for quarrying, transporting, and positioning the massive stone blocks. They created more efficient systems for managing the workforce and coordinating the complex logistics of pyramid construction. The Red Pyramid was built using red limestone from local quarries, which gave the monument its distinctive color and its modern name. The limestone was of higher quality than the materials used in the previous pyramids, and the builders took extra care in selecting and preparing each block. The result was a pyramid that was not only structurally sound but also aesthetically pleasing, with smooth sides and precise angles that created an impression of mathematical perfection. The internal structure of the Red Pyramid was equally impressive. The burial chamber was a marvel of ancient architecture, with a corbelled ceiling that distributed the weight of the pyramid evenly and created a sense of spaciousness that was lacking in earlier monuments. The chamber was accessed through a descending passage that was wide enough for funeral processions and steep enough to discourage tomb robbers. The Red Pyramid was completed around 2590 BCE. After nearly a decade of construction, it stood 341 feet tall and contained over 1.6 million tons of stone, making it the third largest pyramid ever built, and the first true pyramid to be successfully completed. The monument was a triumph of engineering, and a testament to the persistence and ingenuity of Sneferu and his architects. But the Red Pyramid was more than just an engineering achievement. It was also a revolutionary development in pyramid design that would influence all subsequent pyramid construction. The techniques developed during its construction would be refined and perfected by Sneferu's son Khufu, who would use them to build the Great Pyramid of Giza, the most famous and impressive pyramid ever constructed. The story of Sneferu's three pyramids reveals the true nature of ancient Egyptian engineering, a process of trial and error, failure and success, that gradually pushed the boundaries of what was possible with ancient technology. The Egyptians didn't achieve perfection on their first attempt. They earned it through decades of experimentation, learning from their mistakes and continuously improving their techniques. The economic impact of Sneferu's pyramid building program was enormous. The construction of three massive pyramids over a period of nearly 30 years required resources on a scale that had never been attempted before. The projects employed thousands of workers, consumed millions of tons of stone, and required the development of new technologies and techniques that would benefit Egyptian civilization for centuries to come. The workforce required for Sneferu's pyramids was unprecedented in its size and complexity. The projects employed not only the traditional pyramid builders, stonemasons, quarrymen, and laborers, but also specialists in new fields that were created by the unique challenges of true pyramid construction. These included mathematicians who calculated angles and proportions, engineers who designed lifting and moving equipment, and architects who planned the complex internal structures. The logistics of managing such a large workforce were equally challenging. The workers had to be fed, housed and equipped with tools and materials. They had to be organized into efficient teams and coordinated across multiple construction sites. The pyramid projects required the development of new systems for project management and resource allocation that would influence Egyptian administration for generations. The technological innovations developed during Sneferu's pyramid construction were revolutionary. The builders developed new techniques for quarrying stone, including the use of copper tools and wooden wedges to split blocks with unprecedented precision. They created new methods for transporting massive stones across long distances, using sledges, rollers and ramps that could handle weights of several tons. The construction techniques used in Sneferu's pyramids were equally innovative. The builders developed new methods for lifting and positioning massive stone blocks, using ramps, levers and pulleys in combinations that had never been attempted before. They created new approaches to masonry that allowed them to fit stones together with tolerances measured in fractions of inches. The mathematical knowledge required for pyramid construction was also advanced during Sneferu's reign. The builders had to calculate precise angles, proportions, and volumes for structures that were larger and more complex than anything that had been built before. They developed new geometric techniques and mathematical tools that would be used in pyramid construction for centuries. The Red Pyramid introduced design elements that would become standard in later pyramid construction, including the corbelled ceiling technique and the simplified chamber layout. These innovations made pyramids more structurally sound, more accessible, and more suitable for their intended purpose as royal tombs. The religious implications of Sneferu's pyramid building program were profound. The construction of three pyramids for a single pharaoh was unprecedented and raised important questions about the relationship between the king and the gods. Some scholars believe that the multiple pyramids reflected different aspects of Sneferu's divine nature or different stages in his journey to the afterlife. The political implications of the pyramid program were equally significant. The successful completion of the Red Pyramid after the failures at Meidum and Dasha demonstrated Sneferu's persistence and determination, qualities that were essential for maintaining pharaonic authority. The monuments also served as visible symbols of Egyptian power and technological capability that impressed both subjects and foreign visitors. The cultural impact of Sneferu's pyramids extended far beyond their immediate religious and political functions. The monuments became symbols of Egyptian achievement and ingenuity that influenced art, literature, and popular culture for thousands of years. They also established pyramid construction as the ultimate expression of pharaonic power and divine authority. Key influence of Sneferu's pyramid building program on his successors was enormous. His son Khufu used the techniques developed during the Red Pyramid's construction to build the Great Pyramid of Giza, which became the most famous monument in the ancient world. Later pharaohs continued to build pyramids using methods that were first developed during Sneferu's reign. The legacy of Sneferu's engineering failures and successes extends far beyond pyramid construction. The trial-and-error approach that characterized his building program became a model for technological development that influenced Egyptian engineering for centuries. The willingness to learn from failure and continuously improve techniques became a hallmark of Egyptian civilization. The preservation of Sneferu's pyramids has provided modern archaeologists and engineers with invaluable insights into ancient construction techniques. The monuments serve as a kind of textbook in stone, documenting the evolution of pyramid building technology and the challenges faced by ancient engineers. Each pyramid represents a different stage in the development of construction techniques, allowing researchers to trace the progression of ancient engineering knowledge. The study of Sneferu's pyramids has also revealed important information about ancient Egyptian society and economy. The scale of the construction projects provides insights into the organization of labor, the management of resources, and the coordination of large-scale public works. The monuments demonstrate the sophisticated administrative capabilities that were required to manage such complex undertakings. The architectural analysis of Sneferu's pyramids has contributed to our understanding of ancient engineering principles and techniques. The different approaches used in each pyramid provide examples of various solutions to the same basic engineering challenges, allowing researchers to evaluate the effectiveness of different design strategies and construction methods. The mathematical analysis of the pyramids has revealed the sophisticated geometric knowledge that ancient Egyptian architects possessed. The precise angles and proportions used in pyramid construction demonstrate an understanding of mathematical principles that was far advanced for its time. The pyramids serve as monuments to ancient mathematical achievement, as well as engineering prowess. The materials analysis of Sneferu's pyramids has provided insights into ancient quarrying, transportation, and construction techniques. The different types of stone used in each pyramid, and the methods used to work and position them, reveal the evolution of ancient construction technology and the increasing sophistication of Egyptian engineering capabilities. The structural analysis of the pyramids has revealed the engineering challenges that ancient builders faced and the solutions they developed to overcome them. The failures at Meidum and the Bent Pyramid provide valuable case studies in structural engineering, while the success of the Red Pyramid demonstrates the effectiveness of the lessons learned from those failures. The comparison of Sneferu's three pyramids provides a unique opportunity to study the evolution of ancient engineering in real time. The monuments document a period of rapid technological development and innovation that transformed pyramid construction and established the foundation for all subsequent achievements in ancient Egyptian architecture. The environmental impact of Sneferu's pyramid construction was significant and long-lasting. The quarrying operations required for the three pyramids removed millions of tons of stone from the landscape, creating permanent changes to the local geology. The construction activities also required the development of infrastructure, including roads, harbors, and worker settlements, that had lasting effects on the region. The economic analysis of Sneferu's pyramid program reveals the enormous cost of these monuments and their impact on the Egyptian economy. The resources required for construction represented a significant portion of Egypt's total economic output over a period of several decades. The investment in pyramid construction had both costs and benefits that affected Egyptian society for generations. The social impact of the pyramid construction program was equally significant. The projects provided employment for thousands of workers and created opportunities for social mobility and skill development. The construction activities also fostered technological innovation and knowledge transfer that benefited Egyptian society as a whole. The international impact of Sneferu's pyramids was considerable. The monuments served as symbols of Egyptian power and technological capability that impressed foreign visitors and influenced the development of monumental architecture in other civilizations. The pyramids became models for royal monuments throughout the ancient world. The artistic influence of Sneferu's pyramids extended beyond architecture to influence sculpture, painting, and decorative arts. The geometric forms and mathematical proportions of the pyramids became aesthetic ideals that influenced Egyptian art for centuries. The monuments also inspired artistic representations that documented their construction and celebrated their achievements. The monuments inspired stories, poems, and historical accounts that preserved the memory of their construction and celebrated the achievements of their builders. These literary works contributed to the development of Egyptian literature and historical writing. The philosophical implications of Sneferu's pyramid building program were profound. The monuments raised important questions about the relationship between human ambition and divine will, the nature of perfection and failure, and the meaning of persistence in the face of adversity. These themes influenced Egyptian philosophy and religious thought for centuries. The educational value of Sneferu's pyramids continues to be significant in the modern world. The monuments serve as teaching tools for understanding ancient engineering, mathematics, and project management. They provide concrete examples of problem-solving techniques and technological development that remain relevant for contemporary education. The inspirational value of Sneferu's story extends far beyond its historical significance. The pharaoh's persistence in the face of repeated failures and his ultimate achievement of success provide a powerful example of the importance of learning from mistakes and never giving up on ambitious goals. His story demonstrates that even the greatest achievements often require multiple attempts and continuous improvement. As we contemplate these remarkable achievements in the quiet moments before sleep, we can appreciate the extraordinary determination and ingenuity that Sneferu brought to his pyramid-building program. His willingness to learn from failure and continuously strive for perfection resulted in innovations that transformed ancient engineering and established the foundation for some of humanity's greatest architectural achievements. The story of Sneferu's 3 pyramids reminds us that success often comes only after repeated failures, and that the greatest achievements require persistence, creativity, and the willingness to learn from mistakes. The pharaoh's journey from the collapse at Meidum to the triumph of the Red Pyramid demonstrates the power of human determination to overcome seemingly impossible challenges. The legacy of Sneferu's pyramid-building program continues to inspire and educate people around the world. The monuments stand as eternal testaments to the power of human ambition and the importance of never giving up on our dreams, no matter how many times we fail along the way. Sleep well tonight, knowing that you are part of the same human tradition that produced Sneferu's remarkable achievements. In your dreams, you might find yourself standing beside the pharaoh as he watches his first pyramid collapse, feeling his determination to try again, and understanding something of the eternal human drive to reach for perfection, learn from failure, and ultimately achieve greatness through persistence and ingenuity. The detailed examination of Sneferu's pyramid construction reveals the sophisticated understanding of materials science that ancient Egyptian engineers possessed. The builders had to select appropriate types of stone for different parts of the pyramid, understanding how different materials would behave under various stresses and environmental conditions. The limestone used in the Red Pyramid, for example, was chosen not only for its availability, but also for its structural properties and resistance to weathering. The quarrying operations for Sneferu's pyramids were massive undertakings that required the development of new techniques and technologies. The builders had to extract millions of tons of stone from quarries that were often located miles from the construction sites. They developed sophisticated methods for identifying high-quality stone, cutting it into precise blocks, and preparing it for transport. The transportation of stone blocks from quarries to construction sites was one of the most challenging aspects of pyramid construction. The builders had to move blocks weighing several tons across distances of many miles, often over difficult terrain. They developed innovative solutions using sledges, rollers, and ramps that allowed them to transport massive loads with remarkable efficiency. The construction techniques used in Sneferu's pyramids evolved significantly over the course of the building program. The builders continuously refined their methods for lifting and positioning stone blocks, developing more efficient systems for managing the massive weights involved. They created sophisticated ramp systems that allowed them to raise blocks to great heights while maintaining precise control over their placement. The precision achieved in Sneferu's pyramid construction was remarkable by any standard. The builders were able to fit stone blocks together with tolerances measured in fractions of inches, creating joints so tight that a knife blade cannot be inserted between them. This level of precision required not only skilled craftsmanship but also sophisticated measuring and alignment techniques. The workforce organization for Sneferu's pyramid projects was a masterpiece of ancient management. The builders had to coordinate the activities of thousands of workers across multiple sites, ensuring that materials and labor were available when and where they were needed. They developed hierarchical management structures and communication systems that allowed them to maintain control over these massive undertakings. The seasonal nature of pyramid construction was dictated by the annual flood cycle of the Nile River. The builders had to plan their activities around the availability of water for transportation and the agricultural calendar that determined when workers would be available. This required sophisticated planning and scheduling capabilities that demonstrate the advanced organizational skills of ancient Egyptian administrators. The technological innovations developed during Sneferu's pyramid construction had applications far beyond monument building. The techniques for quarrying, transporting, and positioning massive stone blocks were adapted for other construction projects throughout Egypt. The mathematical and engineering knowledge gained from pyramid construction influenced the development of other architectural achievements. The training and skill development required for pyramid construction created a class of specialized craftsmen and engineers whose expertise was passed down through generations. These individuals became the foundation of Egypt's construction industry and contributed to the kingdom's reputation for architectural excellence. The knowledge they developed was preserved and transmitted through apprenticeship systems and written records. The quality control systems used in pyramid construction were sophisticated and comprehensive. The builders developed methods for testing materials, verifying measurements, and ensuring that construction met specified standards. They created inspection procedures and correction protocols that maintained the high-quality standards required for royal monuments. The safety considerations in pyramid construction were significant, given the massive weights and heights involved. The builders had to develop procedures for protecting workers from injury while maintaining the efficiency required for such large-scale projects. They created safety protocols and emergency procedures that minimized the risks associated with dangerous construction activities. The environmental challenges faced during pyramid construction were considerable. The builders had to work in the harsh desert environment, dealing with extreme temperatures, sandstorms, and limited water supplies. They developed techniques for protecting materials and equipment from environmental damage and for maintaining worker health and productivity under difficult conditions. The religious ceremonies and rituals associated with pyramid construction were elaborate and important aspects of the building process. The builders had to coordinate construction activities with religious observances and ensure that the monuments met the spiritual requirements of their intended purpose. This added another layer of complexity to already challenging projects. The astronomical alignments of Sneferu's pyramids demonstrate the sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics that ancient Egyptian architects possessed. The monuments were oriented with remarkable precision to cardinal directions and celestial objects, requiring knowledge of astronomy and surveying techniques that was far advanced for its time. The symbolic significance of pyramid construction extended far beyond the monuments themselves. The pyramids represented the pharaoh's divine nature and his role as intermediary between the human and divine worlds. The construction process itself was seen as a sacred activity that required the participation of the gods and the blessing of divine forces. The economic multiplier effects of pyramid construction were significant for the Egyptian economy. The projects created demand for goods and services throughout the kingdom, stimulating economic activity in sectors ranging from agriculture to metalworking. The construction activities generated wealth and employment that benefited Egyptian society as a whole. The international trade implications of pyramid construction were considerable. The projects required materials and expertise that were not available locally, necessitating trade relationships with distant regions. The pyramids also served as advertisements for Egyptian capabilities, attracting foreign investment and trade partnerships. The technological transfer resulting from pyramid construction influenced architectural development throughout the ancient world. Foreign visitors to Egypt observed construction techniques and adapted them for use in their own monuments. The pyramids became models for monumental architecture that influenced building practices across multiple civilizations. The documentation and record-keeping associated with pyramid construction were extensive and sophisticated. The builders maintained detailed records of materials, labor, and progress that provide modern researchers with invaluable insights into ancient construction practices. These records demonstrate the advanced administrative capabilities of ancient Egyptian civilization. The problem-solving approaches used in pyramid construction were systematic and innovative. When the builders encountered challenges, they developed methodical approaches to finding solutions, testing alternatives, and implementing improvements. This scientific approach to engineering problems was far ahead of its time and contributed to the success of the pyramid building program. The legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction extends far beyond the monuments themselves. The techniques and knowledge developed during his reign influenced Egyptian architecture for centuries and contributed to the kingdom's reputation as a center of engineering excellence. The pyramids established standards for monumental construction that were emulated throughout the ancient world. The monuments have survived earthquakes, sandstorms, and human interference, while maintaining their essential structural integrity. Their survival demonstrates the effectiveness of ancient construction techniques and the durability of well-designed stone architecture. The archaeological investigation of Sneferu's pyramids has revealed important information about ancient construction techniques and Egyptian civilization. The monuments serve as time capsules that preserve evidence of ancient engineering practices, social organization, and cultural values. Each new discovery adds to our understanding of this remarkable period in human history. The restoration and conservation efforts for Sneferu's pyramids require careful balance between preservation and accessibility. Modern conservators must protect the monuments from further deterioration, while allowing researchers and visitors to study and appreciate these remarkable achievements. This work requires expertise in both ancient and modern engineering techniques. The educational programs associated with Sneferu's pyramids help people around the world understand and appreciate ancient Egyptian achievements. The monuments serve as outdoor classrooms where students can learn about engineering, mathematics, history, and culture through direct observation and hands-on experience. The tourism impact of Sneferu's pyramids contributes to the modern Egyptian economy while raising awareness of ancient achievements. Visitors from around the world come to see these remarkable monuments, generating revenue and employment while spreading knowledge of Egyptian history and culture. The scientific research conducted at Sneferu's pyramid sites continues to yield new discoveries and insights. Modern technology allows researchers to investigate aspects of the monuments that were previously inaccessible, revealing new information about construction techniques, internal structures, and historical significance. The cultural significance of Sneferu's pyramids extends far beyond their historical importance. The monuments have become symbols of human achievement and ingenuity that inspire people around the world. They represent the power of persistence and the importance of learning from failure in the pursuit of excellence. The philosophical lessons embedded in Sneferu's pyramid building program remain relevant for contemporary challenges. The Pharaoh's approach to failure and success provides insights into effective problem-solving strategies and the importance of continuous improvement. His story demonstrates that even the greatest achievements often require multiple attempts and persistent effort. The artistic influence of Sneferu's pyramids can be seen in architectural and artistic works throughout history. The geometric forms and mathematical proportions of the pyramids have inspired countless artists and architects, contributing to the development of aesthetic principles that continue to influence design today. The engineering principles demonstrated in Sneferu's pyramids remain relevant for modern construction projects. The approaches to foundation design, structural analysis, and project management developed by ancient Egyptian engineers provide valuable lessons for contemporary practitioners. The pyramids serve as case studies in effective engineering practice. The management lessons from Sneferu's pyramid construction are applicable to modern large-scale projects. The techniques for organizing labor, managing resources, and coordinating complex activities developed by ancient Egyptian administrators provide insights into effective project management that remain valuable today. The innovation strategies used in pyramid construction demonstrate the importance of experimentation and continuous improvement in technological development. The willingness to try new approaches, learn from failures, and adapt techniques based on experience contributed to the success of the pyramid building program and provides a model for modern innovation efforts. The quality assurance approaches used in pyramid construction established standards for excellence that influenced Egyptian craftsmanship for centuries. The attention to detail and commitment to precision demonstrated in the pyramids set benchmarks for quality that continue to inspire craftsmen and engineers today. The risk management strategies employed in pyramid construction were sophisticated and effective. The builders developed approaches to identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks that allowed them to complete massive projects safely and successfully. These strategies provide valuable lessons for modern project managers and engineers. The sustainability considerations in pyramid construction were significant, given the scale and duration of the projects. The builders had to develop approaches to resource management and environmental protection that would allow them to complete their work without depleting local resources or causing permanent environmental damage. The collaboration and teamwork required for pyramid construction created models for effective group effort that influenced Egyptian society for generations. The ability to coordinate the activities of thousands of workers toward common goals demonstrated the power of organized human effort and established principles of cooperation that benefited Egyptian civilization. The communication systems developed for pyramid construction were sophisticated and effective. The builders had to maintain coordination across large construction sites and ensure that information flowed efficiently between different levels of the organization. They developed communication protocols and information management systems that supported successful project completion. The leadership qualities demonstrated by Sneferu and his administrators during pyramid construction provide examples of effective leadership under challenging circumstances. The ability to maintain morale and motivation during difficult periods, to learn from failures, and to persist in the face of setbacks demonstrates leadership principles that remain relevant today. The vision and planning capabilities required for pyramid construction were extraordinary. The builders had to envision completed monuments that would take decades to build and plan activities that would span multiple generations. This long-term thinking and strategic planning capability was essential for the success of the pyramid building program. As we reflect on these remarkable achievements in the quiet moments before sleep, we can appreciate the extraordinary scope and complexity of Sneferu's pyramid building program. The pharaoh's journey from failure to success demonstrates the power of human determination and the importance of learning from mistakes in the pursuit of excellence. The story of Sneferu's 3 pyramids reminds us that even the greatest achievements often require multiple attempts, and that failure can be a valuable teacher if we are willing to learn from it. The pharaoh's persistence in the face of repeated setbacks and his ultimate triumph with the Red Pyramid provide inspiration for anyone facing difficult challenges. The legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction continues to influence and inspire people around the world. The monuments stand as eternal testaments to the power of human ambition and the importance of never giving up on our dreams, no matter how many obstacles we encounter along the way. The engineering innovations developed during Sneferu's reign established the foundation for some of humanity's greatest architectural achievements. The techniques and knowledge gained from his pyramid building program made possible the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza and influenced monumental architecture throughout the ancient world. The management and organizational principles demonstrated in Sneferu's pyramid construction provide valuable lessons for modern leaders and project managers. The ability to coordinate complex activities, manage large workforces, and maintain quality standards under challenging conditions demonstrates capabilities that remain relevant for contemporary challenges. The cultural and spiritual significance of Sneferu's pyramids extends far beyond their physical presence. The monuments represent the human desire to create something lasting and meaningful, to leave a mark on the world that will endure long after we are gone. They remind us of the importance of vision, persistence, and the willingness to strive for excellence. Sleep well tonight, knowing that you are part of the same human tradition that produced Sneferu's remarkable achievements. In your dreams, you might find yourself standing in the shadow of the Red Pyramid, feeling the satisfaction of ultimate success after repeated failures, and understanding something of the eternal human drive to overcome obstacles, learn from mistakes, and achieve greatness through determination and ingenuity. The whispered secrets of these ancient monuments continue to echo through time, carrying messages of hope, persistence, and the unlimited potential that lies within each of us when we dare to dream on a grand scale and commit ourselves to making those dreams reality, no matter how many times we must try again. The comprehensive analysis of Sneferu's pyramid construction reveals the sophisticated understanding of structural engineering that ancient Egyptian builders possessed. The progression from the failed Meidum pyramid to the successful Red Pyramid demonstrates a systematic approach to problem-solving that involved careful observation, analysis of failures, and implementation of improved solutions. This scientific approach to engineering challenges was remarkably advanced for its time and established principles that continue to influence construction practices today. The foundation engineering for Sneferu's pyramids required innovative solutions to the challenges of building massive structures on desert terrain. The builders had to develop techniques for preparing stable foundations that could support enormous weights while resisting the effects of ground settlement and thermal expansion. The lessons learned from the foundation failures at Meidum led to improved foundation designs that were used successfully in later pyramids. The structural analysis capabilities demonstrated in Sneferu's pyramid construction were sophisticated and effective. The builders had to understand how different structural elements would interact under various loading conditions and design systems that could safely transfer the enormous weights involved. The evolution of structural design from the Meidum Pyramid to the Red Pyramid shows a clear progression in understanding and application of structural engineering principles. The materials engineering aspects of pyramid construction required extensive knowledge of stone properties and behavior. The builders had to select appropriate materials for different structural applications, understanding how various types of stone would perform under different stress conditions. They developed techniques for testing and evaluating materials that ensured the quality and reliability of their construction. The construction sequencing for Sneferu's pyramids was carefully planned to ensure efficient use of resources and optimal structural performance. The builders had to coordinate the placement of millions of stone blocks in precise sequences that would maintain structural stability throughout the construction process. This required sophisticated planning and scheduling capabilities that demonstrate advanced project management skills. The quality control systems used in pyramid construction were comprehensive and effective. The builders developed standards for materials, workmanship, and dimensional accuracy that ensured the high quality required for royal monuments. They created inspection procedures and testing protocols that maintained these standards throughout the construction process. The surveying and measurement techniques used in pyramid construction were remarkably precise. The builders had to establish accurate reference points and maintain precise alignments over large distances and extended time periods. They developed surveying instruments and techniques that allowed them to achieve levels of accuracy that were not surpassed until modern times. The mathematical calculations required for pyramid construction were complex and sophisticated. The builders had to calculate volumes, weights, angles, and proportions for structures that were larger and more complex than anything that had been built before. They developed mathematical techniques and computational methods that were far advanced for their time. The geometric principles applied in pyramid construction demonstrate a deep understanding of mathematical relationships and spatial concepts. The builders had to translate abstract geometric concepts into physical reality, creating three-dimensional structures that embodied precise mathematical relationships. This required both theoretical knowledge and practical skills that were remarkable for the ancient world. The astronomical considerations in pyramid construction required extensive knowledge of celestial mechanics and observational astronomy. The builders had to orient their monuments with precision to cardinal directions and celestial objects, requiring sophisticated understanding of astronomical phenomena and accurate observational techniques. The religious and ceremonial aspects of pyramid construction added layers of complexity to already challenging projects. The builders had to coordinate construction activities with religious observances and ensure that the monuments met the spiritual requirements of their intended purpose. This required understanding of religious principles and ceremonial practices that went far beyond technical construction skills. The symbolic significance of pyramid construction extended throughout Egyptian society and influenced cultural development for centuries. The pyramids represented not only royal power, but also cosmic order and divine harmony. The construction process itself was seen as a sacred activity that connected the human and divine worlds. The economic impact of Sneferu's pyramid construction was enormous and long-lasting. The projects required resources on a scale that had never been attempted before, consuming significant portions of Egypt's total economic output over extended periods. The economic effects of these investments influenced Egyptian society for generations. The labor organization for pyramid construction required sophisticated management systems and administrative capabilities. The builders had to recruit, train, and coordinate thousands of workers with different skills and specializations. They developed organizational structures and management techniques that were remarkably advanced for their time. The technological innovations developed during pyramid construction had applications throughout Egyptian society. The techniques for quarrying, transporting, and working stone were adapted for other construction projects and industrial applications. The tools and equipment developed for pyramid construction influenced Egyptian technology for centuries. The knowledge preservation and transmission systems used in pyramid construction ensured that technical expertise was maintained and passed down through generations. The builders developed methods for documenting construction techniques and training new craftsmen that preserved essential knowledge and skills. The international influence of Sneferu's pyramid construction extended far beyond Egypt's borders. The monuments served as symbols of Egyptian technological capability and attracted visitors from throughout the ancient world. The construction techniques developed in Egypt influenced architectural development in other civilizations. The environmental considerations in pyramid construction were significant and required careful planning and management. The builders had to work within the constraints of the desert environment while minimizing their impact on local ecosystems. They developed techniques for resource management and environmental protection that were sophisticated for their time. The safety protocols used in pyramid construction were comprehensive and effective. The builders had to protect workers from the hazards associated with moving massive weights and working at great heights. They developed safety procedures and protective equipment that minimized the risks of construction activities. The logistics and supply chain management for pyramid construction were complex and challenging. The builders had to coordinate the delivery of materials and supplies from multiple sources to construction sites that were often located in remote areas. They developed transportation and distribution systems that were remarkably efficient for their time. The communication systems used in pyramid construction were sophisticated and effective. The builders had to maintain coordination across large construction sites and ensure that information flowed efficiently between different levels of the organization. They developed communication protocols and information management systems that supported successful project completion. When the builders encountered technical challenges, they developed methodical approaches to analyzing problems, generating solutions and testing alternatives. This scientific approach to problem solving was far ahead of its time. The risk assessment and management strategies employed in pyramid construction were comprehensive and effective. The builders had to identify potential hazards and develop mitigation strategies that would allow them to complete their projects safely and successfully. These risk management approaches provide valuable lessons for modern project managers. The innovation and continuous improvement processes used in pyramid construction were systematic and effective. The builders continuously refined their techniques and developed new solutions to technical challenges. This commitment to innovation and improvement contributed to the success of the pyramid building program. The collaboration and teamwork required for pyramid construction created models for effective group effort that influenced Egyptian society for generations. The ability to coordinate the activities of thousands of workers toward common goals demonstrated the power of organized human effort and established principles of cooperation. The leadership and management principles, demonstrated in pyramid construction, provide examples of effective leadership under challenging circumstances. The ability to maintain morale and motivation during difficult periods, to learn from failures, and to persist in the face of setbacks demonstrates leadership capabilities that remain relevant today. The planning and strategic thinking required for pyramid construction were extraordinary. The builders had to envision completed monuments that would take decades to build and plan activities that would span multiple generations. This long-term thinking and strategic planning capability was essential for project success. The resource allocation and financial management for pyramid construction required sophisticated understanding of economic principles and resource optimization. The builders had to make efficient use of limited resources while maintaining the quality standards required for royal monuments. This required advanced financial planning and resource management capabilities. The performance measurement and evaluation systems used in pyramid construction were comprehensive and effective. The builders developed metrics and assessment procedures that allowed them to monitor progress and identify areas for improvement. These performance management systems contributed to the success of the construction program. The training and skill development programs for pyramid construction created a skilled workforce that contributed to Egyptian technological advancement for generations. The builders developed comprehensive training systems that transferred knowledge and skills effectively while maintaining high standards of craftsmanship. The documentation and record-keeping systems used in pyramid construction were extensive and sophisticated. The builders maintained detailed records of materials, labor, progress, and techniques that provide modern researchers with invaluable insights into ancient construction practices. The standardization and quality assurance processes used in pyramid construction established benchmarks for excellence that influenced Egyptian craftsmanship for centuries. The attention to detail and commitment to precision demonstrated in the pyramids set standards that continue to inspire craftsmen and engineers today. The maintenance and preservation considerations in pyramid construction were significant and required long-term planning. The builders had to design structures that would remain stable and intact for thousands of years while requiring minimal maintenance. This required understanding of materials science and structural engineering that was remarkably advanced. The cultural and artistic influence of pyramid construction extended throughout Egyptian society and influenced creative expression for centuries. The geometric forms and mathematical proportions of the pyramids became aesthetic ideals that influenced art, architecture, and decorative arts. The educational and knowledge transfer aspects of pyramid construction created lasting benefits for Egyptian civilization. The technical knowledge and problem-solving skills developed during construction were applied to other challenges and contributed to Egypt's reputation for technological excellence. The philosophical and spiritual lessons embedded in pyramid construction continue to provide insights into human nature and the pursuit of excellence. The story of Sneferu's journey from failure to success demonstrates the importance of persistence, learning from mistakes, and never giving up on ambitious goals. The inspirational value of Sneferu's pyramid construction extends far beyond its historical significance. The pharaoh's determination to achieve perfection despite repeated failures provides a powerful example of the human capacity to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness through persistence and ingenuity. The modern applications of knowledge gained from studying pyramid construction have contributed to advances in engineering, project management, and organizational behavior. The principles and techniques developed by ancient Egyptian builders continue to provide valuable insights for contemporary challenges. The preservation and conservation efforts for Sneferu's pyramids require ongoing commitment and resources. These remarkable monuments must be protected for future generations while remaining accessible for research and education. This requires careful balance between preservation and accessibility. The research and discovery potential of Sneferu's pyramids continues to yield new insights and revelations. Modern technology allows researchers to investigate aspects of the monuments that were previously inaccessible, revealing new information about construction techniques and historical significance. The global significance of Sneferu's pyramid construction extends far beyond Egypt and the ancient world. The monuments represent universal human values of ambition, persistence, and the pursuit of excellence that resonate with people from all cultures and backgrounds. As we prepare to enter the peaceful realm of sleep and dreams, we can carry with us the inspiration and wisdom that Sneferu's remarkable achievements continue to provide. His story reminds us that even the greatest accomplishments often require multiple attempts, and that failure can be a valuable teacher if we are willing to learn from it. The legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction demonstrates the power of human determination and the importance of never giving up on our dreams, no matter how many obstacles we encounter along the way. The Pharaoh's journey from the collapse at Meidum to the triumph of the Red Pyramid provides hope and encouragement for anyone facing difficult challenges. The engineering innovations and management principles developed during Sneferu's reign continue to influence and inspire people around the world. The monuments stand as eternal testaments to the power of human ingenuity and the importance of persistence in the pursuit of excellence. Sleep well tonight, knowing that you are part of the same human tradition that produced these remarkable achievements. In your dreams you might find yourself standing beside Sneferu as he watches his vision finally take shape in stone, feeling his satisfaction at ultimate success after repeated failures and understanding something of the eternal human drive to create something lasting and meaningful that will inspire future generations. The whispered secrets of these ancient monuments continue to echo through time, carrying messages of hope, determination, and the unlimited potential that lies within each of us when we dare to dream on a grand scale and commit ourselves to making those dreams reality, no matter how many times we must begin again. The comprehensive legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction program extends far beyond the monuments themselves and continues to influence human achievement and understanding in countless ways. The Pharaoh's approach to failure and success has become a model for effective problem-solving that demonstrates the importance of persistence, learning from mistakes, and continuous improvement in the pursuit of excellence. The technological innovations developed during Sneferu's reign established the foundation for some of humanity's greatest architectural achievements, and influenced engineering practices for thousands of years. The techniques for quarrying, transporting, and positioning massive stone blocks were refined and perfected by subsequent generations of builders, leading to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza and other wonders of the ancient world. The management and organizational principles demonstrated in Sneferu's pyramid construction provide valuable lessons for modern leaders and project managers who face similar challenges in coordinating complex activities and managing large-scale projects. The ability to maintain quality standards while working under difficult conditions and the importance of learning from failures remain relevant for contemporary challenges. The mathematical and engineering knowledge developed during pyramid construction contributed to advances in multiple fields and established Egypt as a center of learning and innovation that attracted scholars and students from throughout the ancient world. The geometric principles and structural engineering techniques developed during Sneferu's reign influenced architectural development across multiple civilizations. The economic and social impact of pyramid construction created lasting changes in Egyptian society that influenced the kingdom's development for centuries. All the projects provided employment and training opportunities that created a skilled workforce, while the technological innovations developed during construction found applications in other industries and activities. All the cultural and spiritual significance of Sneferu's pyramids extends far beyond their physical presence and continues to inspire people around the world who seek to understand the relationship between human ambition and divine purpose. All the monuments represent the eternal human desire to create something lasting and meaningful that will endure long after we are gone. The preservation and study of Sneferu's pyramids continues to yield new insights and discoveries that enhance our understanding of ancient civilization and human achievement. Modern technology allows researchers to investigate aspects of the monuments that were previously inaccessible, revealing new information about construction techniques, internal structures, and historical significance. The educational value of Sneferu's pyramid construction extends to multiple disciplines and provides teaching opportunities for students of engineering, mathematics, history, archaeology, and project management. The monuments serve as outdoor classrooms where abstract concepts can be illustrated through concrete examples of human achievement and ingenuity. The inspirational impact of Sneferu's story continues to motivate people who face difficult challenges and setbacks in their own lives. The pharaoh's determination to achieve perfection despite repeated failures provides a powerful example of the human capacity to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness through persistence and dedication. The philosophical lessons embedded in Sneferu's pyramid building program address fundamental questions about the nature of success and failure, the importance of learning from mistakes, and the value of persistence in the pursuit of ambitious goals. These lessons remain relevant for people in all walks of life who seek to achieve excellence in their chosen endeavors. The artistic and aesthetic influence of Sneferu's pyramids can be seen in architectural and artistic works throughout history, as the geometric forms and mathematical proportions of the monuments have inspired countless artists and architects. The pyramids established aesthetic principles that continue to influence design and creative expression in the modern world. The scientific and technological applications of knowledge gained from studying pyramid construction have contributed to advances in fields ranging from structural engineering to project management. The principles and techniques developed by ancient Egyptian builders continue to provide valuable insights for contemporary researchers and practitioners. The international significance of Sneferu's pyramid construction extends far beyond Egypt and the ancient world, as the monuments represent universal human values of ambition, creativity, and the pursuit of excellence that resonate with people from all cultures and backgrounds. The pyramids have become symbols of human achievement that inspire people around the world. The environmental and sustainability lessons from pyramid construction provide insights into resource management and long-term planning that remain relevant for contemporary challenges. The builder's ability to complete massive projects while working within environmental constraints demonstrates approaches to sustainable development that can inform modern practices. The collaboration and teamwork required for pyramid construction created models for effective group effort that continue to influence organizational behavior and management practices. The ability to coordinate the activities of thousands of workers toward common goals demonstrates principles of cooperation and leadership that remain valuable today. The innovation and continuous improvement processes used in pyramid construction established approaches to technological development that continue to influence research and development activities. The willingness to experiment with new techniques and learn from failures demonstrates innovation strategies that remain effective for contemporary challenges. The quality assurance and performance management systems used in pyramid construction established standards for excellence that influenced Egyptian craftsmanship for centuries and continue to provide examples of effective quality control practices. The attention to detail and commitment to precision demonstrated in the pyramids set benchmarks that inspire craftsmen and engineers today. The risk management and safety protocols developed for pyramid construction provide examples of effective approaches to identifying and mitigating hazards in large-scale projects. The builder's ability to complete dangerous work safely while maintaining productivity demonstrates risk management principles that remain relevant for modern project managers. The communication and information management systems used in pyramid construction established approaches to coordination and control that influenced administrative practices throughout Egyptian civilization. The ability to maintain effective communication across large organizations and complex projects demonstrates management principles that continue to be valuable. The training and skill development programs created for pyramid construction established educational approaches that influenced Egyptian society for generations and continue to provide examples of effective knowledge transfer and workforce development. The builder's ability to create skilled craftsmen and maintain quality standards demonstrates training principles that remain relevant today. The documentation and record-keeping systems used in pyramid construction established approaches to information preservation and knowledge management that influenced Egyptian administrative practices and continue to provide examples of effective documentation strategies. The detailed records maintained by pyramid builders provide invaluable insights for modern researchers. The planning and strategic thinking required for pyramid construction established approaches to long-term project management that continue to influence planning practices in large-scale projects. The builder's ability to envision and execute projects that span decades demonstrates strategic planning capabilities that remain valuable for contemporary challenges. The resource allocation and financial management required for pyramid construction established approaches to economic planning and resource optimization that influenced Egyptian administrative practices and continue to provide examples of effective resource management. The builder's ability to make efficient use of limited resources while maintaining quality standards demonstrates financial management principles that remain relevant. The leadership and organizational capabilities demonstrated in pyramid construction provide examples of effective management under challenging circumstances that continue to influence leadership development and organizational behavior. The ability to maintain morale and motivation during difficult periods while achieving ambitious goals demonstrates leadership principles that remain valuable today. The problem-solving methodologies used in pyramid construction established approaches to technical challenges that continue to influence engineering and scientific research. The builder's systematic approach to analyzing problems, generating solutions, and testing alternatives demonstrates problem-solving strategies that remain effective for contemporary challenges. The cultural and social impact of pyramid construction created lasting changes in Egyptian society that influenced the kingdom's development for centuries and continue to provide insights into the relationship between large-scale projects and social development. The pyramid's role in creating employment, developing skills, and fostering innovation demonstrates the potential for public works to benefit society. The international influence of pyramid construction extended throughout the ancient world and continues to inspire architectural and engineering projects around the globe. The monument's reputation for excellence and innovation influenced building practices in multiple civilizations and established Egypt as a center of technological advancement. The preservation challenges faced by Sneferu's pyramids over the millennia demonstrate the importance of long-term thinking in construction and the value of building for permanence. The monument's survival through thousands of years of environmental challenges and human interference provides examples of durable construction that remain relevant for contemporary building practices. The research and discovery potential of Sneferu's pyramids continues to provide opportunities for new insights and revelations about ancient civilization and human achievement. Each new investigation reveals additional information about construction techniques, social organization, and cultural values that enhance our understanding of this remarkable period in human history. The global significance of Sneferu's pyramid construction as a symbol of human achievement and potential continues to inspire people around the world who seek to understand what becomes possible when vision is combined with determination and skill. The monuments represent the power of human creativity and the importance of never giving up on ambitious dreams. The modern applications of principles derived from pyramid construction continue to influence fields ranging from engineering to management to education. The approaches to problem-solving, quality control, and project management developed by ancient Egyptian builders provide valuable insights that remain relevant for contemporary challenges and opportunities. The philosophical and spiritual dimensions of pyramid construction continue to provide insights into the relationship between human ambition and divine purpose, the nature of permanence and change, and the meaning of achievement and legacy. The monuments raise important questions about what we choose to build and why, and what we hope to leave behind for future generations. As we contemplate these remarkable achievements in the quiet moments before sleep, we can appreciate the extraordinary scope and complexity of what Sneferu accomplished through his determination to learn from failure and achieve perfection. His story demonstrates that even the greatest accomplishments often require multiple attempts, and that persistence in the face of setbacks is essential for ultimate success. The legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction continues to inspire and educate people around the world, providing examples of human achievement that transcend the limitations of time and circumstance. The monuments stand as eternal testaments to the power of vision, determination, and the willingness to learn from mistakes in the pursuit of excellence. The engineering innovations and management principles developed during Sneferu's reign established foundations for human achievement that continue to influence and inspire people today. The Pharaoh's journey from failure to success provides hope and encouragement for anyone who faces difficult challenges and demonstrates the importance of never giving up on ambitious goals. Sleep well tonight, knowing that you are part of the same human tradition that produced these remarkable achievements, and that the same creative potential that inspired Sneferu continues to flow through each new generation. In your dreams, you might find yourself standing in the shadow of the Red Pyramid, feeling the satisfaction of ultimate success after repeated failures, and understanding something of the eternal human drive to create something lasting and meaningful. The whispered secrets of these ancient monuments continue to echo through time, carrying messages of hope, determination, and the unlimited potential that lies within each of us when we dare to dream on a grand scale. and commit ourselves to making those dreams reality, no matter how many obstacles we encounter, or how many times we must begin again on the path to greatness. The enduring fascination with Sneferu's pyramid construction continues to capture the imagination of people around the world who seek to understand how ancient civilizations achieved such remarkable feats of engineering and organization. The story of the pharaoh's journey from spectacular failure to ultimate triumph provides a compelling narrative that illustrates fundamental truths about human nature, the pursuit of excellence, and the power of persistence in overcoming seemingly impossible challenges. The technological achievements represented by Sneferu's pyramids demonstrate the sophisticated understanding of materials, science, structural engineering and project management that ancient Egyptian civilization possessed. The progression from the collapsed Meidum pyramid to the successful Red Pyramid illustrates a systematic approach to problem solving that involved careful analysis of failures, development of improved solutions, and implementation of lessons learned through experience. The organizational capabilities required for pyramid construction were extraordinary and demonstrate the advanced administrative and management skills that ancient Egyptian society had developed. The ability to coordinate the activities of thousands of workers across multiple construction sites while maintaining quality standards and meeting ambitious deadlines required sophisticated systems for planning, communication and control that were remarkably advanced for their time. The economic implications of Sneferu's pyramid building program were enormous and had lasting effects on Egyptian society that extended far beyond the construction period. The projects required investments of resources on a scale that had never been attempted before, consuming significant portions of Egypt's total economic output, while creating employment opportunities and driving technological innovation that benefited the entire kingdom. The social and cultural impact of pyramid construction created lasting changes in Egyptian civilization that influenced the kingdom's development for centuries. The projects brought together workers from different regions and social classes, creating opportunities for cultural exchange and social mobility, while fostering a sense of national identity and shared purpose that strengthened Egyptian society. The educational and knowledge transfer aspects of pyramid construction created lasting benefits that extended far beyond the immediate construction projects. The technical expertise developed during pyramid building was applied to other construction projects throughout Egypt, while the problem-solving approaches and management techniques were adapted for use in other areas of government and society. The international influence of Sneferu's pyramid construction extended throughout the ancient world and established Egypt's reputation as a center of technological excellence and architectural innovation. Foreign visitors to Egypt observed construction techniques and adapted them for use in their own monuments, while Egyptian engineers and architects were sought after for projects in other kingdoms and civilizations. The preservation and conservation challenges faced by Sneferu's pyramids over the millennia demonstrate both the durability of well-designed ancient construction and the ongoing need for careful stewardship of cultural heritage. The monuments have survived earthquakes, sandstorms and human interference while maintaining their essential structural integrity, providing valuable lessons about building for permanence. The archaeological and scientific investigation of Sneferu's pyramids continues to yield new discoveries and insights that enhance our understanding of ancient engineering practices and Egyptian civilization. Modern technology allows researchers to investigate aspects of the monuments that were previously inaccessible, revealing new information about construction techniques, internal structures and the sophisticated planning that went into these remarkable projects. The mathematical and geometric principles demonstrated in pyramid construction reveal the advanced understanding of mathematical concepts that ancient Egyptian architects and engineers possessed. The precise calculations required for determining angles, proportions, and structural loads demonstrate mathematical capabilities that were far ahead of their time and contributed to Egypt's reputation as a center of learning and scholarship. The astronomical alignments and orientations of Sneferu's pyramids demonstrate the sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics that ancient Egyptian civilization had developed. The precise orientation of the monuments to cardinal directions and celestial objects required advanced knowledge of astronomy and surveying techniques that were remarkably accurate for their time. The religious and spiritual significance of pyramid construction extended far beyond the monument's function as royal tombs and reflected fundamental beliefs about the nature of kingship, the afterlife, and the relationship between the human and divine worlds. The construction process itself was seen as a sacred activity that required the participation of the gods and the blessing of divine forces. The symbolic meaning of Sneferu's pyramid construction program reflected important cultural values and beliefs that were central to ancient Egyptian civilization. The monuments represented not only royal power and divine authority, but also cosmic order, mathematical harmony, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos that was fundamental to Egyptian religious and philosophical thought. The artistic and aesthetic influence of pyramid construction can be seen in Egyptian art and architecture for centuries after Sneferu's reign, as the geometric forms and mathematical proportions of the pyramids became aesthetic ideals that influenced creative expression throughout Egyptian civilization. The monuments established design principles that continue to influence art and architecture today. The engineering legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction established foundations for architectural achievement that influenced building practices throughout the ancient world, and continue to provide insights for modern engineers and architects. The approaches to foundation design, structural analysis, and construction management developed during pyramid building remain relevant for contemporary construction projects. The management and leadership lessons from pyramid construction provide valuable insights for modern organizations and project managers who face similar challenges in coordinating complex activities and managing large-scale projects. The principles of effective leadership, team coordination, and quality control demonstrated in pyramid construction remain applicable to contemporary challenges. The innovation and continuous improvement processes used in pyramid construction established approaches to technological development that continue to influence research and development activities. The willingness to experiment with new techniques, learn from failures, and continuously refine approaches demonstrates innovation strategies that remain effective for contemporary challenges and opportunities. The environmental and sustainability considerations in pyramid construction provide insights into resource management and long-term planning that remain relevant for contemporary challenges. The builder's ability to complete massive projects while working within environmental constraints demonstrates approaches to sustainable development that can inform modern practices and policies. The quality assurance and performance management systems used in pyramid construction established standards for excellence that influenced Egyptian craftsmanship for centuries and continue to provide examples of effective quality control practices. The attention to detail and commitment to precision demonstrated in the pyramids set benchmarks that inspire craftsmen and engineers today. The collaboration and teamwork required for pyramid construction created models for effective group effort that continue to influence organizational behavior and management practices. The ability to coordinate the activities of thousands of workers toward common goals demonstrates principles of cooperation and leadership that remain valuable for contemporary organizations and projects. The communication and information management systems used in pyramid construction established approaches to coordination and control that influenced administrative practices throughout Egyptian civilization and continue to provide examples of effective communication strategies. The ability to maintain effective communication across large organizations and complex projects demonstrates management principles that remain valuable today. The training and skill development programs created for pyramid construction established educational approaches that influenced Egyptian society for generations and continue to provide examples of effective knowledge transfer and workforce development. The builder's ability to create skilled craftsmen and maintain quality standards demonstrates training principles that remain relevant for contemporary education and professional development. The documentation and record-keeping systems used in pyramid construction established approaches to information preservation and knowledge management that influenced Egyptian administrative practices and continue to provide examples of effective documentation strategies. The detailed records maintained by pyramid builders provide invaluable insights for modern researchers and demonstrate the importance of systematic record keeping. The planning and strategic thinking required for pyramid construction established approaches to long-term project management that continue to influence planning practices in large-scale projects. The builder's ability to envision and execute projects that spanned decades demonstrates strategic planning capabilities that remain valuable for contemporary challenges and opportunities. The resource allocation and financial management required for pyramid construction established approaches to economic planning and resource optimization that influenced Egyptian administrative practices and continue to provide examples of effective resource management. The builder's ability to make efficient use of limited resources while maintaining quality standards demonstrates financial management principles that remain relevant today. The problem-solving methodologies used in pyramid construction established approaches to technical challenges that continue to influence engineering and scientific research. The builders' systematic approach to analyzing problems, generating solutions, and testing alternatives demonstrates problem-solving strategies that remain effective for contemporary challenges and continue to inspire innovative thinking. The cultural and social impact of pyramid construction created lasting changes in Egyptian society that influenced the kingdom's development for centuries and continue to provide insights into the relationship between large-scale projects and social development. The pyramid's role in creating employment, developing skills, and fostering innovation demonstrates the potential for public works to benefit society and contribute to long-term prosperity. The global significance of Sneferu's pyramid construction as a symbol of human achievement and potential continues to inspire people around the world who seek to understand what becomes possible when vision is combined with determination, skill, and the willingness to learn from failure. The monuments represent the power of human creativity and the importance of never giving up on ambitious dreams, no matter how many obstacles are encountered along the way. As we prepare to enter the peaceful realm of sleep and dreams, we can carry with us the inspiration and wisdom that Sneferu's remarkable achievements continue to provide. His story reminds us that even the greatest accomplishments often require multiple attempts, and that failure can be a valuable teacher if we are willing to learn from it and apply those lessons to future efforts. The legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction demonstrates the power of human determination and the importance of persistence in the pursuit of excellence. The Pharaoh's journey from the collapse at Meidum to the triumph of the Red Pyramid provides hope and encouragement for anyone facing difficult challenges, and demonstrates that success often comes only after repeated failures and continuous learning. Sleep well tonight, knowing that you are part of the same human tradition that produced these remarkable achievements, and that the same creative potential that inspired Sneferu continues to flow through each new generation, waiting to be awakened and expressed in ways that will continue the great tradition of human achievement, and leave lasting marks on the world for future generations to discover and appreciate. The profound mysteries that remain hidden within Sneferu's pyramids continue to beckon to future generations of explorers and researchers, promising new discoveries and revelations that will further expand our understanding of human potential and the remarkable achievements of our ancestors. In the silence of those ancient chambers, where the wisdom of ages past waits patiently to be rediscovered, we find eternal reminders of the extraordinary heights that human creativity and determination can reach when guided by vision, knowledge, and an unwavering commitment to excellence that transcends the limitations of any single lifetime or generation. The whispered secrets of these monuments continue to echo through time, carrying messages of hope, inspiration, and unlimited human potential to all who are willing to listen and learn. In the shadow of the Red Pyramid, where Sneferu's vision finally took shape in stone, we can find the peace, inspiration, and wisdom we need to face the challenges of our own time with courage, creativity, and hope for the future. The enduring power of these ancient achievements lies not just in their technological sophistication or architectural grandeur, but in their demonstration of what becomes possible when human beings combine vision with knowledge, creativity with determination, and individual talent with collaborative effort to create something truly extraordinary that will continue to inspire and benefit humanity for thousands of years to come. The legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction reminds us that we are all part of an ongoing story of human achievement that stretches back to the very dawn of civilization and forward into an unlimited future filled with possibilities we can barely imagine. Each generation has the opportunity to add its own chapter to this great book of human accomplishment, to contribute something meaningful and lasting to the ongoing story of our species' journey toward understanding, wisdom, and the creation of works that will endure across the ages. As we drift into the peaceful realm of sleep and dreams, we carry with us the inspiration and wonder that these ancient achievements continue to provide, knowing that the same creative potential that inspired Sneferu flows through each of us, waiting to be awakened and expressed in ways that will continue the great tradition of human achievement and leave our own lasting mark on the world for future generations to discover, appreciate, and build upon in their own quest for excellence and understanding. The continuing exploration of Sneferu's remarkable achievements reveals new layers of meaning and significance that enhance our appreciation of what ancient civilizations were capable of accomplishing through vision, determination, and collaborative effort. The Pharaoh's story demonstrates that even the most ambitious dreams can be realized through persistence, learning from failure, and the willingness to continuously improve and adapt our approaches to complex challenges. The technological innovations and engineering principles developed during Sneferu's pyramid construction continue to influence modern construction practices and provide valuable insights for contemporary engineers and architects who face similar challenges in creating large-scale structures that must stand the test of time. The lessons learned from ancient pyramid building remain relevant for today's construction projects and demonstrate the enduring value of careful planning, quality control, and systematic problem-solving. The management and organizational capabilities demonstrated in pyramid construction provide timeless examples of effective leadership and project coordination that remain applicable to contemporary challenges in business, government, and other large-scale endeavors. The ability to maintain focus on long-term goals while adapting to changing circumstances and learning from setbacks demonstrates leadership principles that transcend time and culture. The cultural and spiritual significance of Sneferu's pyramids extends far beyond their physical presence and continues to inspire people around the world who seek to understand the relationship between human ambition and divine purpose. The monuments represent the eternal human desire to create something lasting and meaningful that will endure long after we are gone, connecting us to both our ancestors and future generations. The mathematical and scientific knowledge embedded in pyramid construction demonstrates the sophisticated understanding of natural principles that ancient Egyptian civilization possessed and contributed to the development of knowledge that continues to benefit humanity today. The geometric relationships and engineering solutions developed during pyramid building established foundations for scientific and technological advancement that influenced human progress for millennia. The economic and social impact of pyramid construction created lasting changes in Egyptian society that demonstrate the potential for large-scale public works to drive innovation, create employment, and foster social development. The projects provided opportunities for skill development and technological advancement that benefited Egyptian civilization for generations and established models for public investment that remain relevant today. The preservation and study of Sneferu's pyramids continues to yield new insights and discoveries that enhance our understanding of ancient civilization and human achievement. Each new investigation reveals additional information about construction techniques, social organization, and cultural values that add to our appreciation of what our ancestors accomplished and inspire us to reach for similar levels of excellence in our own endeavors. The global significance of Sneferu's pyramid construction as a symbol of human potential and achievement continues to resonate with people from all cultures and backgrounds who recognize in these ancient monuments a reflection of their own aspirations and dreams. The pyramids represent universal human values of creativity, persistence, and the pursuit of excellence that transcend the boundaries of time, culture, and geography. As we contemplate these remarkable achievements in the quiet moments before sleep, we can appreciate the extraordinary scope and complexity of what Sneferu accomplished through his determination to learn from failure and achieve perfection. His story provides hope and inspiration for anyone who faces difficult challenges and demonstrates that even the greatest accomplishments often require multiple attempts and unwavering commitment to excellence. The enduring legacy of Sneferu's pyramid construction reminds us that we are all capable of extraordinary achievements when we combine vision with determination, knowledge with creativity, and individual effort with collaborative teamwork. The Pharaoh's journey from spectacular failure to ultimate triumph provides a powerful example of the human capacity to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness through persistence, learning, and the courage to continue pursuing ambitious goals, despite repeated setbacks. Sleep well tonight, knowing that you carry within you the same creative potential that inspired Sneferu to build his remarkable pyramids, and that the same human spirit that drove ancient achievements continues to flow through each new generation, waiting to be awakened and expressed in ways that will add new chapters to the ongoing story of human accomplishment, and leave lasting contributions to the world for future generations to build upon and surpass. The whispered secrets of these ancient monuments continue to echo through the corridors of time, carrying eternal messages of human potential and the unlimited possibilities that await those who dare to dream on a grand scale and commit themselves to making those dreams reality through persistence, creativity, and unwavering dedication to excellence.